Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah.
You're not worried they're just gonna keep getting banned from all these countries?
Not really. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I think it'll be fine.
Well, because we were kind of surprised when we heard Lily say that at one point, that like we're discussing doing her doing a and then we realized that she only wanted to do it in the UK because that's the only place where she's not at
It's
risk
just
of getting
always
deported.
smarter to do troublesome things in the country that you're a part of, more so than when you're
Like
traveling.
we think, oh, it's totally fine if somebody wants to 100 dudes. What the is that? The business of the government. But you got to remember that a lot of times when you're going through customs and stuff, I hear it from girls sometimes that they'll basically get treated like they're prostitutes, and that's like a big concern for customs because they want to, you know, that from their perspective is a real serious crime, and they're not necessarily going to be able to tell the difference between girls just doing content versus doing it.
It really blurs the line.
Yeah,
I think also it's a matter of if you're here on a tourist visa and then you're working.
Yeah, that's what they really care about. That's the point I was trying to make. It's like they want to collect their tax. So if you're making a bunch of money abroad or something, then that's an issue to them.
Wow. So crazy. Yeah, every time I go through customs, I don't even think about the fact that I do. But
I mean, we went to Canada in 2018 to, embarrassingly, a Pokemon Go event, and they made us pull up our tickets, and they were looking at yours a lot. They wanted to make sure that you were really there for an actual event. So some countries take it very seriously. Like, why are you coming here?
Yeah. No, I'm going to Canada in a couple of weeks to make a YouTube video with a rapper, and I'm already thinking, like, what the hell am I going to say? Because I obviously can't say I'm going to make a YouTube video. I have to just be like, I'm just going to hang out. I'm going to have to make up some other good alternate story.
If you have a return ticket, that looks really good.
It does.
If you don't have a return ticket, then they might stress it. Yeah.
For sure.
But anyways, this is your lesson in travel.
Definitely. Or maybe I should just be like, I'm going to meet up with Drake.
And they'll be like, okay, yeah, sure.
They're going to be like, what's his phone number? I'll be like, I don't know. I'm hoping he responds to an Instagram DM when I get there.
You say, yeah, buddy, I'm meeting up with the mayor.
So, okay. Would you say that this, doing this kind of content with all these dudes at a time and everything, does that fulfill some deep-seated fantasy that you think you've always had? Is this like super this turns you on like crazy, or is this just like, hey, this is good content?
No, I definitely think I've always been secretly sexual, but I just never knew how to explore it and almost like felt guilty about it. So it definitely is fulfilling like all my wildest fantasies, you know, when I was like stuff.
For sure.
Thinking about one day having sex.
You said your mom became a fan of you doing the content, but how has she felt since you started to go viral for this stuff, as well as getting banned from countries?
Yeah, well, I mean, the getting banned thing, my mum was worried about because she obviously was concerned I was going to get arrested, but she is super supportive of it. Like she sees me being happy and living my best life, and she says all the time, you know, I used to be so insecure and lack self-esteem and all of that, and since doing this, I've just really come out of my shell and I'm a lot more confident, and it's just so clear to her that I'm happy, and that just makes her happy. So she's all for it.
No, that's amazing. What about your dating plans? You were saying that this one guy that you first shot content with or whatever, that that you were planning on dating him. Are you still kind of a romantic at heart, or no?
Ever since I started going viral for like, you know, talking about my experiences and stuff like that, it's been really hard to date. So I kind of took like a 2-year break from it.
Okay.
But now I'm 28 and I'm sort of thinking about getting back into the dating scene. So I've dabbled a little bit here and there, but it's really difficult because everyone's just like, I want to be number 1,000, or I want to be an applicant, or how do I apply? And it's just like, ugh.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're down, like when your content consists of you random people that you've clearly never met, it's gonna be kind of hard to convince some random guy like, no, you got to work for it a little bit because I like you. And they're gonna be like, there's all these other guys, you don't give a and you them right away. What the hell's wrong with me?
Yes.
I could actually understand that logic for sure.
Yeah.
And would you stop doing what you do in order to be with someone? Like,
no, never. I'm just like, why would I give up my career and all the money I'm earning and all of that for a guy? Unless he's like the best person in the world. Like, I don't even think then I would do it. They need to be okay with what I do. And I think, you know, if they're not, that means that they're insecure and judgmental, which is not my type.
Definitely. So you can't see an end to this career for you? You're kind of just getting started, right?
Yeah. I feel like, no, I don't see any reason why I would give it up anytime soon. I really love it.
Are you planning on shooting a lot of like mainstream content going forward and everything?
That's sort of like my next step is more mainstream stuff. I've never done like a real professional scene before, but I would love to. I think that would be really fun.
Wow, yeah. No, definitely.
I was just gonna say what's next, but you just answered.
Definitely. Is there a lot of stuff that you haven't done on camera that you're still excited to do? You have a bucket list?
Yeah, I do. I still have quite a bit of things that I want to do. Yeah, I want to do like a big scene with just me, because usually when I do like a big scene, it's with like another creator.
Right.
But I would love to do like 20 guys and me.
Or what about 20 actual male stars as opposed to 20 local jabronis who just got back from Abercrombie and Fitch?
Let's warm up a little bit first.
Right.
20 might be a lot.
Well, that's got to be the weird thing about it, is that you do this content with random guys and then you got a bunch of 4-inchers in there and whatnot, right? Versus like you shoot with 20 Hollywood cashes. That's going to
I'd be
damage.
Destroyed afterwards, I think.
Yeah.
How long do your last?
Depends. Some guys finish really quickly and then they're out of there, and so then it like starts to dwindle. But some guys last so long to the point where like you just have to wrap it up because they're not coming. You know.
I feel like as a woman, I'd be thinking, we got to have a time limit. You got 10 minutes, buddy. You got 5 minutes.
So the timer.
Yeah. If everybody's taking 5 minutes and you take a half hour, it's like, well, bitch, I could have had 6 guys in the time that you just did your thing here.
That's why when I have my applicants, often I will have a time limit, and it's like, do your best in this amount of time, and that's all you're getting. Because it's like I'm going for volume. I want 10 guys done in 3 hours or something.
I don't need the that bad.
Yeah.
Like you've already kind of gone in and out a bunch of times. You don't got to finish. Yeah. Holy shit.
Do any of the guys get weird about it because they know that you're f***ing a lot of guys, or they're like, so am I your only guy today, or did you shower today, or do they just like say any weird comments?
Sometimes I'll be like, before when I'm messaging them, they'll be like, oh, can I be the first of the day? But I'll get guys that are like, I want to be the last.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They like want to be the last guy of the day.
Dirty dogs.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I'm always showered. I always shower between, so.
Okay, yeah, I just feel like some guys would be weird about that.
Yeah.
I just hope you know that what you're describing is what Lena secretly wishes that she was doing with her life.
I don't know. Your story scared me.
She's a little
Not that I was
traumatized.
thinking about it, but like, I do get concerned about like, my mind always just goes to like, what is the worst case scenario?
Yeah.
And so
same.
when you were describing that, I was like, oof, that could have gone super left, and you got so lucky.
I know. Yeah.
You got any other hobbies? Anything else that we should know about you?
Any other hobbies?
I feel like you ride horses. Do you ride horses?
No.
I don't know.
She's just tall enough that she
She's
reminds
just
you.
tall. I'm like, are you an equestrian?
You could ride a horse. He's tall.
She just looks like an equestrian to me.
Definitely. Yeah, you're in the upper echelon of tall women that we've shot with. You're 6 feet. We had a 6-footer the other day. I feel like Rocky Emerson is a little over 6 feet, but a little shorter than me, I think. What's it like being a tall woman? I'm curious about what life is like.
I love it. There's times when it's not good, because like immediately like most of the male population is like, in terms of dating, it's like they're gone, they're done.
Right. If you're 5'5", you're out.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
No, I feel like a monster. Like I'd feel like the man in the relationship if I dated someone shorter than me.
But for your applicants, you don't care, right?
No, of course. I don't care.
Being 6'3", I'm not even like mad tall standing next to you. I'm only a little tiny bit taller than you. When you're wearing heels, we're basically like the same height. I asked ChatGPT this recently. Being 6'3", I think puts me in like the top like 2% of male height, which is kind of crazy to think that like 98% of the male population is kind of out, aside from of a shot at.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do like it. It's when you walk into a room, everyone kind of turns to look, which is kind of nice.
Oh yeah, I am always staring at tall people like, how do you do it? Even though they have no control over how tall they are.
Blonde hair, extremely tall. That's attention getting. I also,
and she's so leggy.
When I was watching you guys pose together, I was also just looking at you and being like, she got a nice waist hip boob ratio, in the sense of like, it's kind of hard sometimes for a tall girl. It's like it's so stretched out that the curves don't necessarily look like what they maybe could look like. But I feel like you got some nice curves on you.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. With all that being said, how you feel about getting down by me and my missus here.
I'm excited. I've been looking forward to it for ages.
Me too. I'm happy to join the list. Let's see if I can make an impact.
Oh yeah, this won't be like a 4-incher. So
We got maybe like a 6. Yeah.
7.
7?
7.
7's good.